Hey everybody, it's my third vlog. I guess it's a thing now. Anyway, the morning of Wednesday, and of course it's Wednesday if I upload it on today, and I'm going to a conference. Woo! Just found out yesterday that the school is going to approve that. Now that's a big deal. If any of you are familiar with the things happening in Oklahoma, we are in a massive budget crisis, that sort of thing. Oil prices have plummeted, we've cut taxes, there's lots of other budgety type things that are playing into it. But basically, when the schools got their mid-year adjustment, which is when the State Department looks at, okay, here's how many kids you actually had versus how many you reported, things in and out, budget adjustments from the state, basically they called all the schools and said, tough luck, you ain't getting nothing. And so most schools got cut a ton of money. Some schools had to give back money. A few schools made some money here and there, broke even, but it's rough, and next year is going to look worse from all the budget outlooks. So anyway, when we called up our administrator and said, look, there's a conference he really needs to go to this week, it's $200. They kind of had to take a breath on a second, but they're good people. I like my superintendent. I like the people I work for. And they said, yeah, he really does need to go to this conference. And so I'm going to head up to Oklahoma City for a few days. It's for the ODSS conference, basically Directors of Special Services, I think is the term for it. Anyway, I'm going to get to learn a lot about special education updates. There's going to be some things over dyslexia, and then lots of other specialty, how to deal with various behavior issues. I think is the main thing that another speaker is going to address. How to, positive reinforcement, things like that. Anyway, I'll find out more while I'm there and probably talk about it a little bit. Anyway, so that's where I'm headed. So I'm going to have to leave the family behind for a few days, but I get to go stay with my uncle up in Oklahoma City, see my sisters, all that sort of thing. So it should be good. Anyway, that's really about all that's happening in my life right now. Maybe the next vlog will be from my uncle's house or something. I'm not sure where I'll be broadcasting from. But it means 2 days of sitting in a hotel lobby, and then ballroom, and then back in the lobby, and back in the ballroom for 2 long days. I imagine the information will be worth it. It'll be great. There we go. Positive. So, yeah, that's it. Other than that, it's teaching school. Yesterday I was teaching them about how big band music helped, was kind of what preceded rock and roll and why the big band died out. And, so we talked about World War II and rationing, and today we get to talk about the recording strike. I didn't know about a recording strike until 2 or 3 weeks ago when I started preparing all this material, so it's new to me. Maybe it's new to you, but in the 40s there was a recording strike that caused a lot of people to, if they weren't union players, they could record, but the union players couldn't, and most of the big bands were union people, so it became really tough on them in a lot of ways. And so we talk about how they declined, solo singers came on the rise, lots of different things there. Anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I get to play a lot of music in class that I enjoy listening to, that my friends enjoyed listening to, that I grew up, around my grandparents listening to, and eventually we're going to move into rock and roll and, the 60s and 70s and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully my students continue to enjoy it. I enjoy teaching it, and we'll see what comes out of it. But while I'm gone, they're going to be doing a research project over big band leaders and kind of what was their specialty. And I may even have them create what am I looking for? A rationing headline. If their big band leader got up to give an announcement at a concert to promote rationing, and good citizenship, that sort of thing, what would have been an announcement they make? Maybe they'll even find a real one that artist made. But if nothing else, give them a little chance to use some creativity. So Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.